Last time on Hero Squad, Under the Dragon Shadow.
And you said that tower existed and then didn't exist.
Comes and goes.
I mean, I know you seem excited to go visit this tower.
Yes.
Can I ask, what are you hoping to get from the tower?
Something of mine that's lost.
Well, then let's go to the tower.
I mean, you're very calm about the whole being stabbed in the back. Can we make some back armor real quick?
I hope you like it. Your little friend there, his name is Al.
Nice to meet you, Al.
I'm not sure how I feel about this talent. Be really cautious.
Brittany just gets a bad feeling in her gut about that situation.
So then y'all gather up all your things and you head out, and now you can see the tower relatively, within sight. Talon kind of like turns the wagon tray and everything like that and says, okay, so I can stay here if you want to go say hi.
On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
As you're approaching the crystal tower, the first thing that you'll notice is that it is a lot bigger than you thought it was.
I mean, we could see it from a distance, I imagine.
Yeah, but it's because it's like a big, flat plane and everything like that. The whole like perspective thing. Like as you're getting closer to it, you're like, oh, it's actually way larger than I thought.
It turns out it's like a lot farther away.
Than exactly.
Yeah.
So is this crystal tower? Is it like an actual cylindrical tower, or is it very dark crystal?
It's a little more on the dark crystal side. I'd almost say it's almost like.
It's got
almost like Lord of the Rings kind of shapes, very smooth surfaces and stuff, and like rounded. And actually, as you're getting closer to it, what you notice about this one is that it's sort of tree shaped.
Okay.
So it very symmetrically, very designed, very ornate, but very tree-like. So it looks like it has roots that kind of dig into the ground.
Branches?
Yeah, and so it does not have branches, but what it does is it does kind of come together towards the top into what looks like a sort of like acacia style opening. So it's sort of like one of those types of shapes. So you can see like way up top, there's something like touching, the clouds. It seems like it's like a base for something. And then the rest of the tower is very kind of thin leading up to that.
Okay.
So as you're getting closer. Yep.
Before we get any closer, and as long as we're a decent distance away from Talon, I want to stop and talk to everybody.
Okay.
And I'm going to sort of take my hood and throw it over Al's head.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that enough to stop
You
him?
should just take it off.
Take what off?
The bone armor.
Well, no, I don't want to raise suspicion with Talon, but...
She can hear you right now.
No,
Doesn't
she can't.
matter.
We established that she forgot to put the ears on Al.
Did we?
No, that was a joke.
I don't think it was. Was it a joke? I don't know. Who knows?
She's not here.
Who knows? Maybe it was. But I've covered the head as well, and that's why I'm whispering.
This is very not suspicious. Keep going.
Bravo told me not to trust Talon. Said to watch out for her. Said that in the middle of the night there were weird things walking around.
When did Bravo tell you this?
To be expected, there's weird things. Right before he left.
So after you already had the armor on as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, otherwise I wouldn't put the armor on. I think Al's a spy. But if I were to get rid of Al, then it's gonna just raise suspicion.
Plus you could get stabbed in the back.
And there's that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you did demonstrate that it is a very good armor.
Yeah.
To protect you
Use
from
a butter
knives.
knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you should still just get rid of the armor. Is it what's
this
worse?
is what somebody who would stab me in the back would say.
But what you're saying is
Maybe I
Ravo
have better
doesn't
ways of
trust.
doing that.
Ravo doesn't trust Talon.
Ravo doesn't trust Talon.
Okay.
So we should, and I'm not saying that we necessarily shouldn't trust her either, but maybe just keep a watchful eye.
Yeah, keep an eye.
And maybe don't go telling her when we're at the tower or whatnot. I feel like she's going to try to string a trap.
Your armor.
Yeah. Maybe I could just take the head off.
Or you can take the whole thing off.
And then I just try to snap Owl's head off of my armor. All right.
Roll a strength check.
It's not going to be great. 7 plus -1 is a 6.
So yeah, you kind of you're but like because of the angle, like you just can't get a lot of grip on it. So you're just like, can't get it.
You're made pretty tough, Owl. Just testing there, buddy.
Okay. So I guess
I passed Brittany a note.
A note?
Yeah.
Are you sending me a Discord?
No, I just said the note says Talon knows everything we just said.
Oh, I know. I'm 100%. Hold on. If I cast deafness on Owl, would that work potentially?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna cast deafness on Owl. I don't think you have stats for...
No, not for the bone armor. It's not going to dodge much.
Does Price have stats for the skeletal armor he had to create on the spot at our whim?
Well, then, whatever you want. If
No, I
it
mean,
succeeds.
it's like I could roll for it, but
It's all magic.
I'll put it this way.
It's a con saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, you succeed.
I succeed in deafening
He's
the...
deafened.
I have casted deafness on the armor, so we're free to talk for 1 minute. Take off the goddamn armor!
What good is casting it now? I just said everything.
It's fine, just take it off. That way we don't have to deal with it anymore.
She'll catch up to us. We're only going to get a minute away from the armor.
That's fine.
It's not
That's
fine.
better than...
And also, it's protecting me from getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah, that was the
protecting you from getting stabbed in the back.
What's to say that the armor is going to rearrange itself and stab you in the back?
Yeah. Or strangle
She's a
you.
necromancer. She could have that thing constrict you.
So you're thinking Talon's going to stab.
You do raise...
I don't
decent
trust
point.
Talon.
Yeah,
All right,
just
I'm
take
taking
it
it
off.
Take off the armor.
Okay.
Throw it on the ground.
All right.
Stomp on it a few times.
Oh, that was
And
unnecessary.
then I lean in and say, sorry about this, Al.
He's
Can't hear
dead. He's
you.
dead.
Yeah.
The next
You deafened him. He couldn't hear me apologize.
You've got 20 seconds and then you can apologize.
All right.
Do you wait 20 seconds to apologize?
No.
You guys just start walking away
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, I guess we continue walking towards the Fae.
Okay. So after a little while, you notice behind you, Al, the rattling armor shirt, like kind of rearranges itself and then like slithers away essentially.
Towards
See?
us or
No,
towards
back
Talon?
towards Talon.
Okay.
It could have strangled you.
Oh God, I don't like the idea of it. Like
We'll never know.
scuttling
It could have
away.
been my best friend.
Listen,
We
we'll-
could have gone on to live a happy, healthy life.
We'll know for sure if he gets stabbed in the back by someone that's not Talon.
That's true. There's only time will tell, I guess.
Glad that we're checking all these possibilities off the list.
It's about a series of deductions.
Okay. So as you approach the tower, you can now see that you're very close to it. And now you can see that all around the tower, the ground kind of has changed a little bit. So you've been walking on sort of flat plains, grassy, very, think like, middle America, Kansas and stuff, just fields forever. Then you, right sort of within a certain boundary, you can see that the grass quickly gives way to more of a kind of mucky kind of more like a bog or a swamp around the tower. And also I will say that you have been noticing as you've been walking all along that all the grass is very kind of it's more yellowy. It's kind of like lost a little bit of its life, it seems.
You described the shape of it, but like material-wise and like what color the tower is.
So it's crystalline. So I mean, like it's very like blues and whites and light purples and stuff.
Okay.
A little kind of shiny opalescent.
It's opalescent.
Almost,
so
yeah.
Can we see like figures through the walls?
You cannot see figures through the wall, but you do see standing at the base where there seems to be a door to head into the tower. You do see a couple of figures standing guard. They're elven in shape. Their skin is a little more kind of green hued, and they're wearing wooden masks. Very kind of like simple looking wooden mask, kind of like 2 holes and like, a little bit of painted stuff on it, but just kind of covering their face. And what you also notice is that all around the tower, every now and then you see these like shimmers. And it's sort of, think like when you're like looking through a kaleidoscope and like shapes sort of appear and disappear and everything depending on the angle you're looking at. So like as you're walking by, it almost seems like you can see more people or you can see more stuff around, but it's very kind of like shimmery. You're walking between 2 kind of worlds, it seems almost. If you think about the movie Annihilation, kind of
That's exactly the
shimmer
vibe I was getting, yeah.
So sort of like that, but just in pockets and spots. So that's what you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to walk up to the Fae and say, hey, Fae.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk up to these guards at the door, and you say, hey, Faye.
Hey, Fae.
Who goes there?
Oh, I'm Atlas. This is Rhaegar, Brittany, and Christina. And we were curious. This tower just popped out of nowhere, and we were curious to learn more about it.
What is your purpose?
Well, I guess to save the world. I haven't really figured out that one yet. There's a lot that's going on with my purpose and me lately, but
My purpose in you.
but right now it's to, I guess, sort of fix our airship. And while you were fairly close to where our airship crashed, and now we're just trying to figure out what's up with your tower.
Ah, you came from the airships.
Yes.
Do apologize for that.
Wait,
Did you attack our airship?
We didn't attack. We were defending ourselves.
No, you definitely attacked, though.
Right. So here's the deal. We do apologize. As you've noticed, I'm sure, the tower moves.
Yes.
That's not really what we want it to do, but it's been doing that for a few weeks, maybe a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But for a long time, it was trapped where we belong, and now it's back here on Eberron.
wait.
And
When
what
you say
happened,
trapped,
what happened was that it seems as though when we blinked into existence just before this time, we may have blinked into one of your ships.
Rhaegar, here.
We thought we were under attack.
I heard you say trapped, though, and usually trapped implies being held against one's own will.
Yes.
So when you say the tower was trapped
Yes.
in your dimension,
Yes.
and you say it belonged there,
Yes.
how can it be both trapped and belong there?
Well, this tower has historically moved back and forth between realms, but during the last war, we were severed from the connection to this plane. It appears that somehow we have been brought back, but differently.
So the tower's almost doing what it originally was supposed to do. Move back and forth.
But at a very rapid pace.
Oh.
you
So we
don't-
could blink away at any moment now.
So
Yes.
So it blinked into our guard ship, and then you immediately thought that you were being attacked.
Indeed. Our guards immediately took flight and
But I mean, you've been experiencing these blinks before, so having your tower automatically blink into a ship, could you have just assumed that that was an accident and not have attacked us?
when explosions are happening outside of your home, you don't necessarily jump to the conclusions that it was an accident.
Oh, so sorry about killing some of your guards.
I am not sorry. They had it coming.
They knew what they were signing up for.
Exactly.
Well, I guess, is there anything that you could offer to help us repair our ships?
No.
Wait. You're really sorry that you attacked our ships and that one was set aflame and we came crashing down and there's nothing you can do to help. Nothing you can do or nothing you will do.
Either. I would ask that you understand that it was a mistake, that it was outside of our control, and that, well, there's nothing that we can do
it seemed
about
like it was in your control because you blinked into our ship and then immediately attacked us. We would have continued moving on. We wouldn't be here right now talking to you if you had not attacked our
Kind of
ship.
seems like one of us is in the wrong, and it's you guys. Our ship didn't blink into you. You blinked into us, bro.
We have no control over this. Have you not noticed all of the horrible things that are happening?
But you have control over whether you send a fleet of thugs to come attack our ships.
And again, I do apologize.
So then do something about it, mask boy.
What would you have me do?
I don't know. Fix our ships. Give us new ships. Give us money to fix our ships.
I don't think we'll be doing anything.
Send us to the nearest city so that we can actually get some help.
Let's talk to someone in charge, all right? We're not getting the answers we want out of you.
Yeah, I want to see your manager.
No.
Who's in charge of this operation here? This blinky tower.
Oh, there's all sorts of people inside who rule over all different manners of business, but I am the one who decides who comes in and who
What's
doesn't.
your name?
Rollin.
Rollin. Well, you're rolling my nerves, Rollin.
Oh my god.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go march through whatever weird ethereal gate you got here and go get your commander. I want to talk to them.
I don't think threatening a sentry person is going to help our case, Rhaegar.
What do you think's gonna help?
Maybe just talking to them like actual.
We were,
other
and they were
beings.
jerks to us. They were real jerks.
We've been very accusatory. Accidents happen.
They literally
maybe.
told us they wouldn't do anything to help us.
Accidents happen, but for them to assume that we were attacking them seems that's quite wrong. They're in the wrong for that. They could have stopped and asked us what we were doing. Instead, they immediately attacked us.
Again, explosion against our tower. We assumed we were under attack.
But you've been experiencing blinking for, I'm going to assume, weeks before we showed up.
Yes, but we've never hit anything before.
Well, this is the first time.
It's only a matter of time.
Well, so we were just as surprised by what happened as you were.
Oh, I don't think so. I think we were much more surprised.
Is any of our dead in your tower?
No. None of your dead are in our tower.
Anyone alive that you may have captured?
No. We have not taken any of your people.
Can we talk to somebody else?
What is it that you seek inside the tower?
I don't know. Maybe a place to spend the night. We got nowhere to go. We just came from this creepy tower up the ways, and I mean, what do you expect us to do? We don't even have the supplies to camp. We need food, we need beds, and she probably needs a bath.
It's true. I haven't had a bath in 24 hours.
Didn't? Oh my god. So I had to say, didn't you have a bath?
I did, but I always have a daily bath.
Let me put it this way. If I don't know if this tower is going to be coming or going, and I'll just let you in, I don't know where you're going to end up.
Are you going just between these two realms? Or are you popping into many different realms?
Many places. As you can see, we're not fully here. And he sort of gestures to all the little, like, kind of prismatic kind of shapes and things.
Oh, I just sort of thought that was your whole aesthetic.
No, this is a problem.
Maybe we go inside. You put us up at the place to sleep, some place to chow down, and then maybe we can talk to somebody who's maybe more knowledgeable about the situation. So what? We teleport around.
Maybe
We'll wait until we teleport near a town, and then we'll get off.
maybe
Why don't
we,
you ask your friends? And he points to both Brittany and Christina.
Maybe we can help solve this blinking thing so that you have more stability.
And how would you propose to do that?
Knowledge roll. Maybe I've read something or I know something. Will you let me do a knowledge roll?
I mean, go ahead, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because I have a feeling that they started blinking around the same time that the cheese melt was stabbed at the blade of balance. So
Oh, that's a natty one. That is,
sometimes it's better just not to roll.
So you suggest something to the effect of, like, just build walls around
No.
everything.
no.
Like, just make a bigger tower.
This
Just
is the
say
dumbest
silent.
idea I've ever heard.
Brittany, just stop while you're ahead. Just
I'm just going to start drinking.
All right. I'm going to level with you. All right. We haven't been 100% honest. All right. Or forthcoming. I don't want to say we haven't been honest. We haven't told a lie yet. I think I know what's causing the tower to blink around. I don't know how to fix it, but I think I know the cause. So maybe if we can talk to somebody inside and put our minds together, we could find a solution.
What do you know?
There was this orb, and we called it the Cheesema. But some bad people stabbed it, and then things started to go really wrong. All of the plant life in the area just turned to mush and black and gross, and people had to flee, and it was bad. I don't know what it meant, but I have a feeling it has something to do with your tower.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, but you said this garbage about walls, Brittany,
listen.
and then it just got up to going on, and then...
I'm sorry.
It was like 15 minutes. You just kept,
I'm sorry.
it was very
Draw diagrams and stuff.
Just cut to like the Charlie Day.
Yeah. He's like, look.
This means something.
Walls! Carol! All right. When did this happen?
About 3 weeks ago.
We knew that we know the name of those things, right? We've been told the name of those things from Ravo.
Like orbs
he
of
called
power?
them something like orb
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a general
term for
name
them.
for it. Yeah. It's like orbs of power or something along those lines. That is perplexing and concerning.
Right?
So, like, not to say that, like, we didn't stab that orb, but we have been exposed to seemingly the events that caused this, and we want to help solve it. Not just to heal this tower, but to heal our world as well.
See, now that is a purpose.
Why are you saying it to me?
Yeah, but
When you walked up, you kind of asked, like, what is your purpose?
Right, but I mean, like, you could have said it to one of these two.
Oh, no, he just kind of like says it to everybody.
I've got a lot of other purposes going on in my life right now.
Well, like what? Name one other purpose you got.
I got like dragons and all other things.
Did you say dragons?
No, nothing.
Did he say dragons?
No. See, you.
He said dragons.
He said potatoes.
I said potatoes. That's right.
I don't understand why you're speaking of potatoes at a time like this.
He's always hungry.
It's my purpose.
It's one of his other purposes.
You humans are bizarre, and whatever you are.
I'm the only human here, I think.
He looks at these two, and he sort of like clearly thinks of them more highly than the two of you.
I mean, that's
Kind of gives you like a little like. Obviously, he's wearing a mask. So you can't see like all of it, but you can see like in his eyes, kind of like a little like kind of thing. And then to you, he's like. But
Yeah.
he does step aside,
Yeah?
and he says, "You may enter and speak to the keeper."
Okay.
the keeper.
So, as he steps to the side, behind him, it does look just kind of like a flat, sheer, like there is no entrance. But as you step closer towards it, it sort of parts around you. So think of it as sort of like sparkly, glittery type little orbs kind of in the way that you're kind of like pushing through. And they kind of like float around you. And as you step through them, they kind of close up behind you. And you find yourself in this very broad, open, kind of like stair, main landing kind of area. But when you look up, it goes way, way up.
Way,
way up. But the stairs don't. Think more like Harry Potter. You do see some stairways floating around and whatnot. But also you see people kind of like flying up and down and all around from place to place to place.
You say flying, do any of them have wings, or is it just that they're...
Yeah, there's some who have wings. There's some who appear to just kind of levitate from place to place. But it seems that pretty much everyone here is pretty comfortable with just kind of floating.
Yeah.
All around you see like little doors at the ends of some of these like staircases that are moving around from place to place, and through those doors you can kind of see different colors and different things that clearly they all go to very different places.
Yeah.
Way up at the top you do see a kind of a chandelier looking thing. You can't really quite see what it is, but it definitely chandelier like, and there's things sparkling and hanging off of it. Before you, you see that there's like a sort of little like indented downward area. So everything around you is all like, beautiful and that kind of like pearlescent looking stuff. But then there's just this like muck and like a little kind of like hut. Think Yoda on Dagobah, just like plopped in the middle of this thing.
Was it there before? Before, like...
What do you mean?
I imagine...
Before the tower popped in? You're saying that the hut was there before?
No. It doesn't look like that. Like, it doesn't look like it belonged there. It seems like it belongs where it is. It's just also out of place, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Is there anybody around us is that guard still with us?
No, they're on the outside.
Okay.
So you've walked in.
There's no other guards around us?
No.
No one's...
Like I said, there's people flying around all above you.
I'm surprised that no one's escorting us to whoever...
The guard's not telling us like who to talk to. Okay.
So, while you're confused, you also notice that there are a bunch of frogs all over the place in this bog, and they're just like bouncing around everywhere, just all over the place. And every now and then you'll see one like hop and then blink, and then it'll appear somewhere else and then land. So... weird frogs.
It's not helping me with my confusion prize.
Yeah.
They got blink frogs.
And then you kind of hear some rustling from inside the little hut that's over there. And door opens.
It's Yoda.
Who's there?
Oh, hey, Faye.
Who's that?
Are you the keeper?
Yes, maybe. I've been called that. Perhaps, but I don't know. What do you keep? You keep plenty of things. Secrets?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Shirts?
Yeah, I got one.
Feet?
Got two.
You got three.
You got three.
I do have three.
All sorts of things. Why are you here?
Well, your tower blinked into our ship and caused it to crash. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, your tower, we've been told, has started blinking again ever since this orb of power that we were around was stabbed by a blade, and then a whole manner of odd things happened to our world. So...
that's not good.
We were hoping to talk to someone knowledgeable here about your tower and how we might resolve what's happening to your tower and our world.
Yes. This is very perplexing indeed. So, I should introduce myself.
What is your name?
You may call me Madeline.
Madeline?
Yes!
Madeline!
So, you saw the orb stabbed.
Yes. By a blade that they called the Blade of Balance.
This is very bad. This is very bad indeed.
I know.
No, yeah. One of our friends had a seizure when it happened, and then the world basically melted around.
A seizure?
Yes.
Was she elemental?
She's elemental, yes.
Ganassi.
Yes. That is what I would expect if this were to happen.
So what happened? I mean, we know the basics. We saw the forest melt into a puddle of goo. We saw a friend have a seizure.
Started to rain acid?
Acid rain, a lot of environmental hazards, a lot of elementals freaking out. But you seem to know what everything means.
Yes, and no. Some things. Others not. But yes.
But what do you know?
Well, these orbs, as you call them, for many millennia.
Also call them the Cheesema, if that helps.
Doesn't help.
Yes, that is what some call it.
It helped.
Fine.
They are conduits to the elemental planes. They allow for the elementals to continue to commune with and balance the elements of this world. You see, when the elements are left to their own devices, they cause a lot of chaos. And so long ago, in order for people like you to maintain an existence, you needed something with a little more balance, as they say. And so the orbs were created to maintain that balance. The blade seeks to undo that.
Well, why is it called the Blade of Balance if it undoes it? Wouldn't it be like a Blade of Chaos or something like that?
Blade of Unbalance.
It can do both.
Oh, it can restore and create and
Yes.
destroy?
So with the Blade of Balance, can it reform the orb?
Yes.
Is that why the blade was created in the first place?
Yes.
And
But that was to fight the dragons. In order to stop them from causing elemental chaos.
So the dragons want to cause elemental chaos. Why?
Some do, yes. Because chaos is what they thrive on. You see, dragons feed on all sorts of things.
Have you heard of the dragon prophecy?
Oh, the Draconic Prophecy, yes. Well, that is a good story.
Does that have anything to do with the Blade of Balance?
Oh, yeah, I believe that they are woven together, yes, in that tapestry.
So, would you say the dragons that are trying to fight that chaos, are they the ones that created that prophecy, or...
Oh, well, the prophecy
the-
was not created. It's just the story of the world as it is and will be.
theoretically, we got ourselves tied up in this situation. The prophecy.
Yes?
Would you be somebody who could help us, maybe direct us, help us find a solution?
I can certainly do my best to help. It's what I'm here for. Knowledge is the key to power, and knowledge is what I keep.
So we were told that this tower connects to other planes. Would one of those planes be hypothetically in the celestial plane?
Well, yes and no. We don't really choose where the doors open where they open. But perhaps I could give you a book that maybe will lead you somewhere. Or nowhere.
Within the tower?
Oh yes, the book is here. But where it will lead you, I do not know.
Well, no, I'm saying, does the book pertain to the tower itself? Like, is it like almost like a map?
Maybe this tower, maybe another tower. Maybe somewhere else entirely.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to say the tower is the tower of the book?
Is the book something we have to find as well, or do you know where the book is?
Oh, I know where the book is, yes.
Okay.
It's up there.
It's up at the top of the tower?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't you see it? Those are all my books.
I see a chandelier.
Yes, those are my books. They hang from the chandelier.
Wait.
Oh.
But they're glowing.
One.
Well, yes.
Three, one,
Well, many stories have yet to be written, and so they're being born.
May we
wow.
have the book?
I'm sorry. We're in the plane of storytelling. This is where the Fae come from.
Oh.
Where story holds key. This
That's
is where
cool.
stories are born.
But how do we get the book?
Well, you'll need to go up there.
Is there a ladder?
Oh, no.
Can one of your friends who know how to fly just retrieve it for us?
Oh, I don't know them. And they're probably not even here. Or maybe they are.
Can you fly?
Oh, no. Why would I need to fly?
To read the book, probably.
Oh, no. It's all up here.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
So this is the storyteller realm. And clearly you're more adept at stories. Is there a story on how to break a curse?
Oh, plenty of stories on breaking curses. Curses are very popular stories.
Do you happen to have one maybe that might pertain to, say, me and my sister?
Oh.
Are you guys cursed?
Well, of course I would have such a book.
Is it up there?
Of course it is.
Is there any way that you can summon your books? Because I imagine they're being written up there, but do you perhaps read them from time to time?
Well, I read them on my own, but you could maybe get there. I could, Perhaps I could help. But I may need something in return.
What do you want?
Well, when you traveled here, there was someone who came with you,
Yes,
but she stayed behind.
she did.
Yes.
Talon.
She has something that I would like to get back.
She said that you have something that she would like to get back.
And that's the tricky part. We both want it. And we both have reason to say it's ours.
Wait, but
But then who has it?
who has it? Yeah.
Well, I have one piece and she has another.
What is it?
What is it?
What's this amulet you see? She sort of pulls half of an amulet. It's more like a sort of... There's a gemstone, sort of like a red little... Kind of looks like a D20. And then half of a golden amulet kind of surrounding it. And that's kind of what you see. So it looks like it's kind of split like at an angle, like this.
What happens when the amulet is brought together again?
Oh, well, it has much power.
The power to get us those books?
Of course.
A ladder can get us those books.
Yes.
We don't have a ladder.
But if you could perhaps get that for me, I could perhaps help one of you or all
Here's
of you.
the problem.
Yes.
She's got an army of re-alive with her. And I mean, we're pretty badass heroes, but I don't think we stand a chance against an army of the undead.
Could you perhaps ask for it?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, so why does she have the other half?
Oh, well, she claims that it belongs to her from a long, long time ago. A gift from a loved one.
Okay.
And this is true. I've seen the story. But, you see, her loved one stole it from here. So it really belongs to me.
What happens when the two amulets become whole?
Oh, they hold much power. For someone like her, likely power over life.
For
me,
someone like you?
power over knowledge.
Wait, but how do I know that? I mean, obviously, giving her power over life is a scary thing. But how do I know that giving you power over knowledge isn't just as terrifying?
You know no such thing. And there's no way that I can convince you otherwise.
There's not.
But Madeline knows more about what we're dealing with than Talon.
Okay, maybe, but still.
Also,
If we were to give Madeline power over all knowledge, that could potentially be very bad.
it's better than giving Talon power over life. So that she
Agreed.
can create
What I'm
anything in her
suggesting
army.
is we do neither. We don't do this task. We figure out another way to get up there. Because I think it's terrifying giving one person. No one man should have all this power.
Ah, yes, by the
Or
poet
woman.
West.
Yes. You know.
Of course, I've read the stories.
Yes.
Well, I understand your predicament. It's truly noble of you to decide to want to hold power away from those you don't know. Well,
But if we were to get you this, you would help us with possibly getting to the plane of Celestia?
I will help you get the book.
Yeah, that's all she's offering is just to get the book. Like, is there any other way to get the book?
Just fly.
You know who can fly? Our friend Ravo. I'm going to fire off the green flare and get Ravo here.
Inside the tower?
No, I'm going to go outside.
How are you going to get out?
Well, I'm going to ask for assistance getting out.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to get back in though?
Well, it's the same way we got in.
No, yeah. Okay, so you walk up to the what was a door.
Yeah.
And is a wall now.
Okay. I ask Madeline, how do I get out?
Just remember there was a door there.
Okay, I start remembering real hard.
Yep. And this time it looks just like a door.
Okay.
And it's one that you actually are kind of familiar with. It's like a door from like the sewers when you were a kid, like a kind of chain, like iron one that
Okay.
would like block off kind of areas of the sewers.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you open that and you step out back into the world. And yeah, you're just out front.
Okay.
Yeah.
I proceed to fire off the green flare.
All right. Okay. You fire off the green flare.
Does
And
he remember that Ravo said he'd come to us whenever he can?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an emergency.
Like we have
No, the red flare was the emergency. The green flare.
So it's going to take time for him to come.
Yeah.
It's like we have other ways of getting that book too if we want to just like take it.
Yeah, why don't you grow wings and fly there?
Not that. Like we have other spells that will just pop us up higher.
so, before we do any of that,
Yes.
what you also see is Talon and her retinue are much, much closer.
Okay.
And they're actually kind of right outside. So as you pop out, Talon sort of sees you and goes, "Oh, hi. So can we get in?" And that's where we're going to end this episode.
This episode of Hero Squad has been brought to you in huge part thanks to the generous contributions of these incredible people over at patreon.com. If you guys want to add your name to the list, gain some amazing rewards, and help us out in the process, click that link down below. Thanks for your continued support, and we'll catch you guys next time.